Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Chi-Town Sports Podcast. Today's on our typical podcast. Ben and I don't have a whole lot of time, 10 minutes or less. But we're going to be talking college football and a little bit of NFL. I guess we'll start with college football since it's happening right now. Start with, I think, the game most people are watching, Boston College Clemson. Boston College leading in the second quarter by 7. With Phil Jurkovec from Pittsburgh, ex-Notre Dame backup quarterback, high 4-star recruit. He transferred from Notre Dame to Boston, and he's been having himself a heck of a year. He's top 8, I think, in passing yards in the country, and he's currently 5 for 8 with 124 yards, 1 score, and 15 yards in the ground. Doubt Boston College wins this game. Clemson's just too dominant, and they're at home with a healthy Travis Etienne. Now, I want to speak on Travis Etienne being healthy because I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to be saying this, but we had some family friends over last night. Those family friends' eldest daughter, goes to Clemson, and she was at a party with lots of people with Travis Etienne and a few other members of the Clemson football team last Saturday night.
Was Trevor Lawrence there?
I'm not sure, or else they probably would have said, because they're like, do you know Travis Etienne? I'm like, of course. And she's like, oh, I'm not going to say her name, but was there at a party, and he was there. So,
not ideal.
Just something to watch out for, because Clemson is having a lot of cases just throughout the student body as well.
We should touch on that. College football is starting to hit COVID concerns.
Greg Easy said Etienne is about to pop off this game. Greg, I agree. He already is 27 yards. And 3 receptions for 50.
How is Ugalele doing?
Very good. I knew he'd do good. 12 for 14, 121 in the touchdown. Nuts. Just nuts. He's so talented. People are like, Clemson's going to drop off. Trevor Lawrence is the greatest. Trevor Lawrence is the greatest. Clemson might not be as good, but they're still going to be a top 2-3 team.
DJ Ugalele was a 5-star with some nutty highlights. That guy is...
I was watching. Just an absolute beast. Pretty sure his dream school growing up was USC. USC continues to lose those kids to Clemson. Corey Foreman, number 2 overall player in the country, was the number 1. Just recently dropped off. He's looking like an LSU guy now, and he was a heavy USC favorite for a while there. Clemson's also.
That's okay. Sorry, I'm just talking to my brother. Real quick.
Yeah, I know Ben has not watched the Michigan game yet, or I would touch on it.
We're not going to touch on that.
We're not going to touch on that?
No.
Something big just happened.
Do not say it.
We'll talk about the other scores. The podcast should know, though, Ben.
The podcast knows it's an hour into the game. If you're looking right now, you can check the Michigan score. But we're not going to say it.
Cincinnati has a 7-point lead over Memphis. The spread in that game was 7. I don't gamble, but if I did, I'd be taking Cincinnati on the over there. Coastal Carolina en route to run over Georgia State 20-0. Started the second quarter.
I saw someone on ESPN predicted that to be an upset game this week. Someone was like Georgia State.
It was like 3.5 points for Coastal Carolina. I was taking that over too. Kansas State losing to West Virginia. Kansas State's quarterback Skylar Thompson out for the year. West Virginia, I think, had the edge in that game. For spread or whatever, the gambling. And it's all the notable games. UGA's beating Kentucky, but that's of course. Iowa State's beating Kansas, that's of course. Later in the day, Notre Dame, Georgia Tech. I'd like to watch that game, but Ben and I will be somewhere. So I'll try my best.
Start without me.
I watch the games regardless. Even if I don't watch it on time. No way! I think Boston College just got a pick 6.
Did they? Are they up 14?
Well, 13 without the extra point. Oh my gosh, what happened? It's 20-7 now, and because Clemson was at Boston College is 1.
I said start without me.
Etienne fumbled the ball. 99.
Start without me.
Benji, shut up. Ethan, just let Ethan do his thing. Boston College has recovered it for an 100-yard scoop and score. Are you kidding me?
100
21.
yards.
Wow.
There's one other.
Philly
Well,
J
that
must be excited.
is that possible upset alert early though. It's early.
It's like the North Carolina game last year. It was about this time. It might have been the same weekend. I don't know.
Well, let's talk.
Indiana, and Rutgers. It's a close one. I think Rutgers wins that. I really do. I think Rutgers is going to win that game. I would have bet on Rutgers. Texas, Oklahoma State. People are having Texas winning this game. Hell no, Oklahoma State's winning. It'll be close though. I think it'll be a close.
I went with Texas in this one. I went with Texas.
What?
OK State keeps winning close games, bro. They're bound to lose.
Yes, and they're a talented team.
So is Texas. Slinging Sam. I'm going with the one.
No one calls him that. Ohio, Arkansas, I think could possibly upset Texas A&M. I think that's something we need to get out there. On my upset of the week, I was kind of bogus. Texas had like a 51.6% chance to win on ESPN, and I go with ESPN prediction. So I said Oklahoma State's going to win that. I was kind of bogus, but if I were
that's your upset of the week.
If I were to make a real cold hard one, because it somewhat counts, I would take probably Arkansas or Rutgers winning. Ohio State against Penn State. These games are always close, but the electric stadium vibe will not be there. Which is a fabulous environment. You gotta say those games.
Happy Valley, the whiteouts are about the greatest fan experiences. I don't think anyone's seen better.
And Shea Patterson could not handle it. UNC UVA. I think UNC takes care of business. That was a 7-point spread for UNC easily.
I don't know how UVA. They're 1-4 and the spread's only a touchdown.
Exactly.
That seems.
All right, we're nearly 7 minutes through, so let's touch on our NFL real quick, right, Ben? Allen Robinson really quickly is healthy. He's going to be playing tomorrow against the Saints.
Here, real quick. I just saw something on ESPN. Just last thing, college football. I noticed Brandon Peters tested positive for COVID.
Yes, I saw that.
So just wanted to put that out there. The Big Ten's having some issues with COVID right now.
Oh, of course. They're completely stupid. 8 games in it.
Well, that's not really their fault. It's hard.
Yes, it is.
You just told me that Travis Etienne was at a party. So don't tell me that. Don't tell me that
the ACC has 2 bye weeks and a third one built in. So you can't tell me the ACC isn't putting in time for these kids to mess time. That's Etienne's fault.
It is.
It is his fault. But the ACC doesn't control what Travis Etienne does on a Saturday night. What? No, they don't. They don't own these kids, Ben. They can do whatever the hell they want. But what you're saying right now is so.
You're going to a party. There should be a ban on.
Michigan players are going to a party. Notre Dame players are going to a party. I'm not stupid. I know this.
Yeah, parties.
All these kids are going to parties.
There should be like parties on.
Ben's going to a party tonight, if anyone's wondering. But we'll keep it there. I bet if you want to call these kids out and saying the conference is control, no, they don't. It's the Big Ten's fault for doing this, man. They should not have put 8 games in 8 weeks, and everyone was saying that, and now it's coming to bite them in the butt.
It's not going to bite us in the butt. We'll see.
Who's
no qualifications for Michigan.
About to lose to Michigan State. I won't touch on the score. I'll be nice. Patriots, Bills, Buffalo by 4. Taking Buffalo there. That game will be interesting though. It's going to be cold, rainy in Buffalo, New York. Titans, Bengals. Ben, who you got there? Titans by 7.
Titans.
I agree.
Although the Bengals will probably keep it somewhat close because their offense is really good, in my opinion.
I agree. Raiders, Browns. Cleveland by 2.5. I like the Raiders there.
Yeah. If Baker plays like he did last week, but we'll see how it goes.
I think
there's the argument that he's better without Odell Beckham. I don't buy it, but there's maybe some truth.
We have a bunch of games to see. Colts, Lions, Indy by 3.
I take Indianapolis,
but Indianapolis versus Detroit, not a very exciting game. Vikings, Packers by 6, easily taking the Packers there.
Yeah.
Jets, Chiefs. Wow. Ben, guess what the line is?
21, right? Or 20.5.
20.5. Who you got there, Ben?
That's a tough. The Jets kept it close with the Bills last week. I think the Bills are kind of not that great, so I would go. That's a tough one. I wouldn't bet on that one.
All right, Ben doesn't want to bet on that one, I guess. Rams, Dolphins. Rams by 3.5. Easy Rams.
Yeah, Rams are really good.
Phenomenal on Monday night. Steelers, Ravens, Baltimore by 4.5. I got the Steelers.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore because the Steelers undefeated season will come to an end, and I think this is a good.
Oh, I know. I think the Steelers are gonna win this game. Chargers, Broncos, Chargers by 3. Yeah, I'll probably take that.
Chargers.
Saints, Bears, New Orleans by 5.
I
It depends
took
if
New-
Khalil Mack plays.
I took
Because
New
Cody
Orleans.
Whitehair isn't playing. Allen Robinson is.
The Bears just didn't look good last week. Hopefully they can bounce back. But we'll see.
All plausible. Cowboys, Eagles, Sunday Night Football, Philly by 10.5. Ben? I'm
10.5.
taking Philly here.
I definitely think Philly's gonna
Mom,
win.
what the hell?
Well, we just had an
Christ.
interruption.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I'm literally talking. She can see the screen.
It's okay. We all
I thought
have
she just used like putting socks in my drawer, which is to my left, out of the screen view.
Well, that was a fun moment there, but let's go back to football.
Cowboys, Eagles, Philly by 10.5. I'd probably a Philly. Philly's getting healthy. Dallas
I'm not
Steelers
betting
coming
on that
back.
one either, but I would probably think the Eagles would win the game. I don't think they'll cover.
I mean, Ben doesn't bet. We'll get that out of the way. I don't bet either. But yeah, I actually, you know what, Ben? I've fully stopped. I'm done. I'm done gambling. If you don't know, I did like $2.50 gambling for like 3 weeks, but I'm not gonna get addicted. I'm not gonna get hooked. Gotta get that away. Gotta become the best person I can possibly become in life. And it was not on a draft site. It was just like with me and my friends, just to get that understood. It was not illegal. Buccaneers, Giants. Buccaneers by 12.5. Monday Night Football. I think the Buccaneers are easily winning that game.
They're easily winning that game. The question is if they're covering.
They've looked phenomenal the last few weeks, other than the Bears.
They've looked like the best team in the NFL. I saw a story that says their DVOA, which is like the rating of the overall team, is just by far the best in the NFL. So I could see them covering there.
Can I tell you the score of the Michigan State-Michigan game, man? It's
you
good
cannot.
For Michigan. It's good for Michigan. Come on.
I don't want to hear it.
Why?
Because my family's watching the game right now without. I'm leaving
from beginning to end. Oh wow, Cat. Michigan is down by a score at home against Michigan State, 14-7. Thank you guys for watching. That's gonna end it. Interesting show, short show, but I appreciate everyone